Viking Ranch podcast channel proudly presents Really Jethreaux with mcStoned. We now join our program already in progress.
So we can't smoke the rest of the joint in the house, but Danny's gone for a few days.
Oh.
And I don't think one bong bowl will linger too much. Just to kick off
Right.
the podcast, right? Hey everybody, I'm Jethreaux.
And I'm Largus Ragnarok.
Turn your mic on, bro.
Okay.
Let's try it again. I'll edit it out and post. Hey, I'm Jethreaux.
I'm Largus Ragnarok.
And we're getting really stoned. Here at the Viking Ranch Podcast Studios. Big shout out to the Viking Ranch Horse Rescue. Look them up on Facebook. If you are aware of any neglected, mistreated, abandoned, or struggling owners when it comes to horses.
Yeah, don't be cruel to your animals. You gotta feed them. If you don't know how to feed them, you need to figure out how to take care of them or find somebody who does. And that's us, Viking Ranch.
Look them up on Facebook.
Yeah, I can tell them some feedback. You might get closer to life.
It's tight though. These communities are nice.
Yeah.
These are like $50 out here. David's Music. Big shout out to David's Music.
Nice.
Ha ha ha. There you go. Largest champion of the last year's, what was that? The bong races by, who was it?
It was up at Ebner Runestone Park.
Well, what festival was it? It was some weed festival.
Yeah, some cannabis festival. Legalization.
There's footage on the Deathbox website. If you look up Deathbox OKC Metal on YouTube, there's footage of the victory. Victory by disqualification, actually. He choked and splashed the bong, and it was disqualified. So we actually took that big bud home. I know, we got to take that bud home and grow a big old charter with the Gorilla Green guys. Shout out to the Gorilla Green.
With Gorilla Glue. Oh. Yeah.
All right.
Sounds old. Yeah. That caused me iron lung. I don't know the coffee.
Well, you know, with the bong, that's what it's all
You
about.
just gotta be careful where you checking when the doctor tells you, turn your head and cough.
You know, next time.
I'm not referencing anything whatsoever that.
Right. Well, just for future notes, when setting up the studio,
Yeah.
one should check the bong.
Yeah.
See when it was last changed.
We have a
'cause-
dog turd in it.
Wow, I mean, it was.
Or,
I've had
or some
old.
other.
I've had old before, and I'm a pro.
Yeah.
Wow. That was. There's some interesting, very earthy notes. Very mushroom type
Yeah.
notes to the funk. I wonder if there's life.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of them bubble. Well, we're safe from anything coming in our lungs because it's a double
Whammy.
carburetor.
Wow, that is. I didn't realize that.
That's
Double
a bad one.
filter.
Look us up at the Viking Ranch Podcast channel on YouTube to see what we're talking about once we upload this thing. And things are going pretty smoothly out here.
Yeah.
Got the Midas console up and running. Got the stacks in the back, the racks, and looks like levels are nice and hot.
And gladiatores.
Of course,
Gladiatores.
I forgot to hit record on ours, so let's hope everything's running because we'll be downloading the audio or it'll be like a silent film.
So we're not recording?
No, we are recording,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's them.
Oh, they are.
Right. And last time I ran this rig this way, everything worked. So
Oh, okay.
we should be good. Normally I run my Audition software in the background recording it because it's a little clearer. And sometimes you get little snippets before and after that are,
Yeah.
you know, you can add that in later. We're using it for footage. Stop. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah, speaking of which, since this is my first actual podcast with the guests and everything, we're going to take a moment to put a marker in our thing. This is what I put together for a mid-roll. Apparently YouTube's flagging anything shorter than a couple measures, so again, we're not going anywhere. Stick around. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
So I want to bitch about Guitar Center in Oklahoma City because they made me wear a mask and were so rude in the process. And when I say rude, I mean this guy was doing everything by the book, asking for my phone number. He wanted me to donate to their charity. I mean, he asked if I wanted a chili dog to go with that. Everything he's supposed to do, and it infuriated me being a salesman. And under the circumstance, because I started off with the mask in front of my face.
Like Smokatoria.
And asked them if it was true the rumor that you couldn't touch anything. Because I was willing to play their game. I ended up breaking 5 masks. Fucking. And storming out of there. Just enraged over the entire situation. Then I realized that, you know what, the whole thing is, we're being misled. It's not about whether or not there's a mask. It's whether or not you can be enraged by whatever idea that they want to throw at you. I mean, they've been pushing the race thing forever. And I'm telling you, since the 60s and the walking, fucking with Martin Luther King and all that shit, people don't look at it like that. The news looks at shit like that.
Have you ever
More
thought
than anything. Yeah, there
what
was.
a better way to move a terrorist throughout your country than under a mask?
I mean, did you see the Joker thing where it's only a mask? It was
Now, what a better way to move any organization that can do anything illegally they want is pure piracy.
I mean, you gotta consider.
Admiralty law, Lex Mercatoria.
We're in Oklahoma, so
We're still under a territory, technically.
to see a feller with a 10-gallon cowboy hat on, and boots, and a sidearm, generally ain't that big a deal. But when he's got a black surgical mask on,
Oh yeah, that's even creepier.
I mean,
That's creepier. Yeah.
I mean, granted, the guy I'm talking about was in Walmart and he was pushing his basket with insured and shit, but fucking depends and whatever.
What's scary is the guy that works there. He's got the black mask on. So what is that like? Is that when we're going to get the big long pointed masks like they did back in the day for the bubonic plague?
You know what my idea was? Because I used to
I
work
think we should go back to that.
I used to work in a lot of fast food joints, and I got the old T-shirts and stuff.
The
And
big beat thing.
if I go in the place with the T-shirt on that they're all wearing with the mask on, they don't know if I work there or not, and I can go get full for free if I wanted to go through the effort.
Well, yeah, you could work your way right in there.
Man, just go hook yourself
You
up a
have to
burrito at Taco
have to
Mayo
do
real
some
quick.
dishes,
No.
scrub some floors,
Depends.
feed the cockroaches.
It's all about timing. I mean, that's the key.
Yeah.
I learned everything, mostly from.
Well, it's just amazing how the governor can just completely abrogate your. Not only it's not a constitutional right to you, it's not a right. What it is, it's a fact. You got to understand the difference between what your constitutional rights are. You have no constitutional rights. No, what it is these jerks swore an oath to uphold the Constitution that supports all those statutes, codes, and ordinances, which they gladly fall under because they agree to support the Constitution. Right?
Right.
But in those statutes, codes, and ordinances are the law where they break it on the daily and violate your God-given rights, your Creator-given rights.
No, what I've been getting schooled up on hanging out here at the ranch, getting everything set up was whenever the bar attorney system came into play in our judicial system,
1887.
we were being
August 15th,
infiltrated
1887.
by the British government. If you think about what bar stands
British
for,
Accredited Registrar. Created by the Inns of Courts, owned by the Crown.
and now let's talk about titles and
Now,
nobility.
now the Crown is vacant, isn't
Titles
it?
and nobility.
Titles of nobility are real.
No, I'm talking about the 11th Amendment or 13th. What was the one that was?
Oh, the original 13th Amendment. Titles of Nobility Act. It forbade you to,
And this is real shit, people.
you know,
I've
accept a
seen-
gift, an emolument, a title of nobility, a position of power, of wealth, a pension from a foreign entity.
So basically, corporate
You no longer
executive
cease
skit.
to be an American citizen, and that's key. Not you no longer are an American national.
He's not just a politician. He's a fraudulent corporate executive operating as a politician, so that his fraudulent operations.
Corporation can continue
What,
on.
what continues in
Now
politics?
Bradstreet numbers. You can look it all
It's
up.
called-
It's public record.
Bribery in business. If you pay off people and shit, but if you donate to a campaign,
You pay the city every month for that license, right? So you pay them that money so they don't come in and bust your joint up. Say, oh, you're violating this code, you're violating that code. We got to shut you down. We're going to fine you for all these violations. And
so what have you
you can
found?
either pay the tax
Or what have you found to be the best solution to this whole Babylonian problem in this sense? And I reference George Carlin in his statement that freedom is in your mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Well, follow the law. Know what the law is. The trinity of the law.
and not the city ordinances that are being misrepresented as laws. Am I right?
Statutes, codes, and ordinances.
There's a difference, people. And, you know, just because somebody says,
Rodriguez versus Ray Donovan, 1975, U.S. Department of Labor. Statutes, codes, and ordinances are for those who are employed by the government and or under contract by the government and or sworn an oath to uphold the Constitution, in which all those statutes, codes, and ordinances are built upon one thing, and that is the Constitution.
just tap it a little bit.
Uh,
No. Well, yeah, it's loaded now. Here, put the lid on it.
oh, my bad.
No, it'll be
Fuck
good
it
for,
up.
no, that's how you load it.
Oh, shit.
You have two methods. I like to touch it in one and then touch it in the other and get kind of a mixed flavor. But, my buddy and the guy I got it from, he likes to scoop a little onto the actual coil. So
Yeah.
it holds quite a bit. Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. That's
I tried to talk.
that was an immigrant who tried to file for workers' compensation and was denied that because they said, well, that don't apply. The only thing that applies to having any rights are those who have either sworn an oath to the Constitution and or employed by the government under a contract.
Hey, I tell you what, they want me to put a lot of commercials in here, and I want to switch microphones with you, just to see, because Largus
Am I
actually,
too loud if I blow it out?
well, he's got the largest lung capacity of any human I've ever known. He's like
Wow.
somewhat superhuman, and he's also a
I'm
vocalist.
told that, but
And so I want to see if it's just his powerful voice or if it's my setting. So we're going to do a little, well, if I can get my mouse set, we're going to take a little commercial break, and we hope, oops.
You have been listening to Really Jethro with mcStoned, brought to you by the Viking Ranch Podcast Channel and Spreaker.